How dare you come on here and speak that blasphemy? You
I'm
understand
not
me?
saying like injury. I'm saying just crumble. I just
Hold
need
on,
him.
man. You
I
got
need
me all
Streppo to
looking
drop some
crazy.
balls. He's been there catching balls for 8 years. Like drop some.
Right.
That boy talking crazy.
That's
What that
all
boy
right.
talking?
I'm just nervous, and I'm keeping my eye on him. I'm gonna keep coming to the stream, and if y'all lose, I'm gonna be happy. But I don't
That
think
boy
it's gonna
talking.
be too much of that this year.
Okay, but what I like the fact that you say you're terrified. And you should be terrified of the that I got. Watch this. Get your behind off our line with that foolishness. And y'all have a
All right,
good
brother.
time with DJU. Bye. Street, I ain't feeling well, dog, and I got to deal with this foolishness.
I got it, dog. Go ahead on. I hold it down.
Nah, hit me out, Street. I got some splaining to do, dog. See, when my dog heard the Florida State fan call in, the bat signal went out. Huh? That horn went out. You know that horn. You know the horn I'm talking about. That horn went out. And guess who came out? Dun 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 dun. Footballville man.
Dun, dun, dun. What machine is that, dog? Like a real superhero.
So here's
Like
what I said. Here's what I tell
superhero.
my street before I take some more calls here. My dog looking like a blank man out that thing. Here's what I'm gonna say, Street. As you know, I predicted 11-1, and people have been asking me who's the one. I don't know how much you heard earlier, but I know when I put the bat signal came out, it popped up real quick. But here's what I'm gonna say. I said 11-1. People ask me, who's the one, coach? Who's the one? And I said, I don't know. But if I had to pick, what team do you think I said? What team do you think I said? If I had to pick the one loss, what team and why? Who do you think I said?
If you had to pick one loss on that record, on that, I mean, the two easiest losses are the rivalry games that can literally just go either way. You know what I'm saying? Those are the two. Florida State 12-0 last year. Miami going there with a freshman quarterback and play them to, you know what I'm saying? Play a knockout, drag out game to the fourth quarter. So it's not like those losses aren't there. They're there. But possibly, I would say, because you overthink shit, you said Louisville.
No. I said Florida.
Yeah, the rivalry games could go either way.
No, but there's a reason why I said Florida. I would prefer to lose to Florida because non-conference game.
Real mean that.
Right. Second, I didn't get this deep yet, but here go my second reason. And you tell me. And I know I can't believe I said it twice, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm a little ill. I'm a little under the weather. I've been run amok. I've been lied to. I didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on me.
You just make two movies that ain't got nothing to do with each other.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is, here's the other reason too. Can I say this? I've been bamboozled. Thank you, 863. I want to keep Flame Broil Billy right there.
Why?
Because if we beat him, and I'm not saying we should lose to him by any chance. But
right.
If we beat him, UCF beat him, he don't make it back to the coach's locker room.
What, after the UCF game?
Yeah, he don't make it to the coach's locker room after the UCF game.
He dead UCF in the water.
Yeah, he dead in the water. Now, what does that do? That opens up a coaching opportunity. Who do you think I'm thinking of? 0102, I'm coming to you. Give me 1 second.
A coaching opportunity at Florida. Coach Prime?
No, I'm not thinking about that.
No, please no. We don't want Coach Prime nowhere in Florida. The name that I've heard is Ole Miss coach.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Oh, so you're trying to keep Billy in place?
I want to keep Billy in play. If I had to take the loss, I keep Billy in play.
I don't think you and baby Jesus, Buddha, and Allah can save Billy's job with that schedule he got.
I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think so, dog.
That's all I'm saying, Street. I just feel that way, like, bruh. I don't know. I just feel that way. I just feel that way, but I hope it's a drubbing, man.
It's a nothing loss. It's a nothing loss. What people don't understand. It's going to be a sour start to the season if they lose, but it means nothing.
It's an emotional loss.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
It means nothing. It's a rivalry game, so we can lose it. People, let's think back. We walked in there in 2019. They were ranked. They had an NFL quarterback. We had a quarterback. We was playing. We was playing Bob and apples with our quarterbacks. We was like, man, put some names on some apples, and coach, you gonna Bob, and you gonna get an apple. And whoever name come out, that's gonna be our starter. And we went in there and had them to the fourth quarter. They played them in a close game.
Right.
So Canes fans, even on paper, if we look better than them, right? Let's not think about all the times they look better than us. and we played them and we beat them. We beat them in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about all the times that we thought we was Al Golden and D'Onofrio, no D. Walking there, Tracy Howard, pick six. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to see when you're a fan and you can only see it one way, win. But it's been a lot of times where it's like we wasn't supposed to win and we won.
Right.
Anyway, that year, that was a close game. They didn't get away to the fourth quarter.
I know this much. Man, we going 12-0. Damn all that I'm talking about, man. Let's see what 0121 talking about.
01. Oh, that's how short this is. Okay, let me change my that's what we do. Let me change my energy. My bad, dog.
If they could do it, why we can't do it? Hey, what they say? It's all right. It's all right when they do it. But there's a problem when we do it. So guess what? We going 12-02.
We can.
How about that? 012. Yeah, 0102. Talk to us. What's going on? What's your name? Where you calling from? 0102 going once. 0102 going twice. Wake up. 0102. I guess he ain't on the line. You know what that means, huh? They sleep. Them boy done caught the snooze button on the line. Anyway, yeah, man. So that's where I am. And I was talking about, like I said, we're talking about the first ACC championship. And I went through the list. We have none at all. Clemson, I think, has 21 ACC championships. But, of course, they were in the conference longer than we were in. However, but again, I was there. You know, it's like us saying the Big Ten. I mean, the Big East. But, you know, so I get that part. I guess the question is, I'm sorry. I guess the question is, this year is the first year. Let's do it.
Why not?
Hey, why not us? Why not us, though?
Florida State was under 500 for 3 years in a row, maybe 4. Ended up 12-0.
Yeah. Real quick, the Gators have 3 natties with no undefeated season. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to go undefeated, bro. Like, it is. That's why I put the one on there. But damn it, I'm ready to go. Go ahead. What'd you say, Stu?
The Gators don't play in the ACC.
Who
the Gators got on their schedule every year? Like, who is it that they play every year? Bama? They got to play them every year, don't they?
Tennessee, Georgia. They play Georgia in Jacksonville, don't they?
Every year, right. You got more callers out there, bro?
Yeah, I got one on the line.
Bring them through. Let's go.
Fish on. My man, remember, Daryl Page in the building. What's up with you, baby? Talk to her.
What it do, baby? What's going on, Coach? Hey, what's going on, Street?
I'm good.
Bro.
Now, Coach, you say you feel like the one game would be Florida that we lose.
That's
and
not
say
what
because
hold on.
You would rather that be.
Okay. That's what I said. I would rather that. Okay, go ahead.
But I want to see, like, if we do lose that game, what will you feel like will go into that loss? Like, what would factor into that? What do you feel like the stepping stones to a loss in that game?
Oh, I mean, it'd be something, for example, a block field goal and they take it back to win it by a point. That's all.
So I think he's saying, what is it that you see Florida could possibly do?
That's what I'm saying.
To a loss.
That's what I'm saying. That I think it's something silly that happens.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Silly, I try not to say it, but like take a knee and you lose the game like that, like something silly. You know what I mean? Like something silly. But like I said, I'm not saying that we should lose the Florida game. I'm saying if we have one loss,
right.
where should the loss fall? And the reason I'm saying Florida is because of the effects of the loss, what it does or what it doesn't do to us. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that we should lose to Florida, but if we had to pick one, what should it be?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like we might have a loss later on in the season just for the simple fact. Say we 10-0, 11-0, last game Syracuse, but we're gonna get ready to play ACC Conference Championship game. Mm-hmm. What if we rest players and go out there, start the backup because we don't want to get nobody hurt going into conference play, and we lose that game because we ain't playing our starters.
That's coaching malpractice, bro. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? I was listening. Listen, I was listening to another podcast about another team today, and I almost threw my phone out the window on I-4. And they said that they're willing to lose the conference championship game so they could rest players for the playoffs. Hear what I just said? Because they were going to be that good that this hit me out. That they were going to be basically undefeated, but lose the conference championship game, but still get a bid into the college playoff. But they're going to rest their players. They're going to go in there. This is what these people be saying, dog. That's coaching.
You likely to miss a spot doing something like that.
That's coaching malpractice, dog. You can't worry about that part. Like, you got to go out there and coach and play, dog. You can't. Now, if you got a guy that's nagging an injury, you may watch his pitch count. But just to say, hey, all y'all, we're not going to play for the conference championship because we're going to get the bid to the playoff. If I was a playoff committee, I would punish them for that.
That doesn't happen in college football a lot. That doesn't happen in college football a lot.
Well, because you only have 4 teams. Now that you have 12, you get what I'm saying? Now that you...
But even to forego, like everything in college football matters. It's not like the NFL where there's a moment where wins don't matter. You know what I'm saying? You've clinched. You don't have to win. College football not really like that.
But that's the thing, though, Street. Like, now that we got this 12-team playoffs, more teams have a little more wiggle room for a loss. You can get in the playoffs with 3 losses and then make a run. Something like that. That's what they kind of, I feel like they open it up for, like, we know more SEC teams, more Big Ten teams to get up in there and ease their way up, so they don't have excuses of, just pushing people ahead because brand names and et cetera. We know this. But who's to say that these teams won't rest some of their players more if they feel like they set enough tone and beat enough people on their schedule and got a good enough record to where they can rest a couple of players for the playoffs? Because it might get to that point.
That don't happen in college football, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because college football everything isn't determined by numbers in a system. Things are determined by panels and what people view.
Right.
Yeah. So it happens in the NFL because it's like we clinched our
we
record
clinched it.
in this slot. Yeah,
Right.
we know where we are. And to be honest with you, that's bad business for the NFL that it goes that way. And now it's like, we 11-2. We know where we at. We number one. Right. We could run Joe Smo out there. But in college, everything goes in front of a panel.
Right.
And they start,
yeah,
and that's how a 12-0 Florida State don't make it.
Right.
Yeah. So
you're right. So now, that makes sense.
Right. So everything is judged, and everything is in college football. Everything matters, and that's I think why we love it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll just say this quickly. DP, pushing. I got some callers in the back, but to your point, no. Shout out to Adam. Say ain't no way, Adam. You know who I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, these people were dead set on. They had completely figured out the strategy of how to rest their players. And to your point, Street, there's an emotional setup. There's a panel. And when you bring in a human element, now you bring in the money element. Who's going to travel? Who's going to do this? All of that kind of stuff makes a play. But when it's straight numbers, the computer doesn't have emotion. It says this number is bigger than that number. This number wins. That's how it goes, right? That's what the computer said. There's no like, well, their attendance for the season was averaging 108,000. It doesn't think like that. You know what I mean? No. You can't grease the computer pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Can I leave y'all with a question before I go?
Sure.
Do y'all prefer the 12-team format over the BCS format? Which one do y'all feel would be more fair?
Whatever gives me more football and gets me closer to the goddamn Sweet 16, 64-team tournament. I want to be a 2-team tournament.
I'm with you on that one.
No, I'm with you too.
Carolina State versus goddamn Georgia in the first round by the time it is over. It's over with. And we got FAMU versus Florida in round 2. Like, whoa.
No, I'm with you, bro. I just think that I like this format. I just think that there is an element that is kind of off. You have rankings and you have record. And it's contradicting itself in some form. Again, back to Street's point. How does a team, regardless of their quarterback, go undefeated, but the humans step in and say, nah, because your quarterback out, you ain't gonna make it. So that's what's contradicting. Like that's the unfortunate part about it. Like you say, you're 13-0, but this group of people over here like, well, his quarterback got hurt. So yeah, well, they ain't gonna make it, you know. And then, the fans, well, we don't want to see that kind of game. Well, guess what? You never know. That's why I like the underdog, because you will see a Cinderella story. You will see a Virginia Commonwealth beat Duke like you see in the tournament, right? Now, I know basketball, football, apples and oranges. However, you will see that. You will see that at some point. May not often, but imagine a Georgia play Liberty and Liberty put them to sleep. Oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. So it could happen, and I think that's the beauty of it all. But, yeah, man, let me push on to take these other calls.
All right, man. It's always love, man. It's all about you, my guy. Shout out to y'all, too, man.
Appreciate it. Y'all go check out DP, man, on YouTube, Talking Sports with Daryl Page. Y'all go YouTube that. I know Ellen will put it in the building. Also, LOL 305 for the $10. If we lose to UF, do we stay ranked? Again, I think this kind of goes back to the whole thing. I don't think it matters, because here's the deal. If you win the conference championship, who cares what your ranking is? You're automatically in. So that's what I'm saying. It's a mix of everything. Like, you could be ranked 20th and win your conference champion, be the conference champion, and you in. But guess what? Does the 7th ranked team not make it? Does the 9th ranked team, like, that's what it's so many different variables to why you make it. So I don't know.
In the chat, like, what is the University of Miami's goals? Like, give me 2 of their goals of this season. Like, what's their goal? Like, Like, hey, what's the University of Miami goals this season?
Ain't been told to me. My goal is 11-1. I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, or maybe. That's all I know.
Okay, and
But
what
I don't know
else?
what Miami's goal is.
Like,
I would
if
assume
huh?
I would
Let's see.
assume to win the games that matter, of course. Get to the ACC Championship and just continue to climb the ladder. Those are pretty much generic goals for all teams, right?
Right.
Win your conference games. Those conference games lead you to the championship game. The championship game leads you into the playoffs. Playoffs lead you to the natty.
Right. And I think a loss to Florida, which nobody, if you just coming in here, you got them getting out the bed, cleaning that. Nobody's saying Miami gonna lose to Florida. But I think I'm gonna tell you what Hayes asked. I think a loss to Florida, you walk out of there with all your goals still intact. Like,
correct.
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
Correct.
Yeah, the question was just like if there had to be a loss. It's like that pop in the balloon game. When they get to the point and that girl be like, well, you gotta pop 2 of these women balloons because we gotta eliminate 2. And then he thinking, he like, which one I'm gonna do? I wonder with the big head or one with the cheap ponytail. Okay. And then he finally pick 2 and he pop them. And then the first question she asked him is, why you pop their balloon? Because you made me go pop somebody's balloon. Like, nah. But that's kind of the question that was asked. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. You got to make a decision. So it's almost saying, do you want to get cut or do you want to get shot? You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. You know. But anyway, let me take the next call on the line. I got 0845 on the line. 0845. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
Yeah, hello?
Yes. 0845. Talk to us.
Yeah, what's going on, man? Hey, I feel like, man, Cristobal, man, he got all the help he needs this year, man. And you know what I'm saying? When you got a coach that's really focused on getting the trenches right, when a quarterback like Ken Ward come in, it's gonna take things to the next level. And I think we already know that. But what I wanted to say with Cam, when I was looking at his highlights, like how he was making a team like Washington State compete against those big dogs. Like when you look at like you got a school like UM, known as a bigger school than Washington State, but it's like they're not facing the teams that Washington State was facing in the Pac-12.
Right.
Like everybody said, this is an easy schedule.
Easy.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at the fact that this guy was playing big dogs, like he was like competing like close games against Oregon, Washington, Oregon State. I seen when they just beat Oregon State last year, and I'm like, damn. So you telling me the most biggest game on our schedule for UM is probably Florida State? I mean, and maybe Louisville. So it's like when you look at all that, and then when you have a guy who knows, who has the IQ that Cam has, and then you got the trenches, and then you got a defense that's getting physical. So I do believe with Cristobal, he does need help. Like his play calling, he does need a little help with that, but bringing a guy like Cam Ward is what's going to help this guy. I do believe that anytime we're going to have to try to have a year where we compete for a championship, you is going to need somebody like elite quarterback to just help him out a little bit and smooth things out, because he feels like he has to trust you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but this is a guy he can trust. And I feel like it's just going to make things real easy for him. And it's really, just summing up what a lot of people thinking, like, man, there's no reason to think that this can't be the year to at least win the ACC championship. Now, do I think they're going to win a championship and compete against Georgia in the championship? I wouldn't say that this year, but you never know as years go by. And this guy is built. He's an offensive lineman and with Mirabal, and he's built to get the trenches right. And then when you bring in a player this skilled with this experience, man, it's exciting to see what he's going to do. So there's no reason why they shouldn't win the conference championship. Like I say, you never know. But I mean, when you look at the schedule, at first I was like, okay, everybody's saying it's an easy schedule. But when you look at it, yeah, come on, man. And then when you look at what Cam had to do in the Pac-12, knowing the Washington State didn't have the talent that we had, even though they have some wide receivers, but they didn't really have the talent that we had this year. I mean, it should be a done deal. But that's what I mostly wanted to say.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, dog. Appreciate you. Thank you for calling in, man. All right. Much love to him, man. All right, let me take this next one, run through that. Anything you want to say on that street?
No. You can run to the next one. I mean, I'm a passionate fan, man. Like, some of that energy I don't be wanting to break up.
No, I get it. 1828. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from.
Hey, what's good, y'all, boy?
What's up? Who we talking to? Give us a name.
They Brandon Brown.
Oh, Brandon, what's up with you, dog? Oh, they're gonna be a real good one. Talk to us.
Nah. I just want to ask, like, so this is like an indirect question though, but all right. So Florida State playing Georgia Tech, their first game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they say they got a new defensive coordinator over there at Georgia Tech, and them boys running a 4-2-5. So, you know, DJ Doodoo J, what I call him, Doodoo J, finna see that 4-2-5 before they face us.
Hold on, DJ, so you is Doodoo J.
I wanna know, huh?
The quarterback at Florida State, you call him Doodoo J?
Yeah, Doodoo J, man.
That's funny. All right, go ahead, talk to us.
So I want to know, like, so what when I'm looking at a 4-2-5 defense, what am I expecting the 4-2-5 defense to do on the field? Like, how do I, like, what keys I'm looking for to be like, okay, boy, them boys playing pretty good out there. Okay, them boys ain't missing assignments, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, so here's what I'll say, because a lot of people get caught up with these numbers. When you hear the 4-2-5, what is it telling? What is it telling you when you hear it?
All right, so I got 5 DBs on the field. I got 2 linebackers, 4 down linemen. So basically, I'm in coverage because you like passing a lot. So then my linebackers, they could cover, but also my DBs, I got 30 DBs on the field that can come step up and help start the run. That would it look like.
Okay, because at the end of the day, it's still 11 people out there, right? And so when quarterbacks look at it, they may look at body types, but they're looking at bodies, right? You could put a linebacker out there where that 5th DB is. To the quarterback, he's looking at a body. He's not saying, oh, they're in a 4-2-5 versus a 4-3. They're not looking at it that way. They're looking at the shell of the defense for the coverage to try to get a sign, and they're looking at bodies. So a lot of times we as people, I'll just include myself, we get caught up with these, oh God, we should run a 4-3 or 4-2-5. It's all about matchups. And the reason the 4-2-5 is so popular because it's the middle ground between run stopping and pass stopping. Like I said earlier, when the guy asked me about the body type of Sean Taylor, James Williams, and so forth, because they're putting more receivers on the football field, you got to put more DBs on the football field. And so that's all you're doing is matching it up. Right? If you play Stanford when they ran the 3 tight end set and you went out there in a 4-2-5, you probably get mollywopped because they're going to manhandle you. It's too much. Or you played a 4-2-5 against Michigan. So it's really about 11 bodies. That's really what it is. So I don't like people to kind of overthink those numbers in regards to what it is. It's just numbers. You can run the same defense out of the 4-3, the 4. Is it even or odd? The difference is who's executing that. Is it a nickel executing it, or is it the same linebacker? He has a different skill set, but his job is the one and the same, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Gotcha. All right, so I got one. I got like a statement.
Can I add to that?
So I was at a labor pool the other day. So it's this jet. He said he played for FAU. He played running back.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I'm like, damn, but NIL they cutting the check for him that he got to go to the labor pool and try to how that work? Like that they ain't cutting the check for like everybody on the field on their team. Yeah.
Everybody like that, man. Y'all only hear about the top spenders.
Yeah.
The rest of them boys getting per diem.
Yeah, they getting cost of attendance checks. Yeah.
Let me add my intellect, my coach intellect to what he's saying. It's kind of like we were talking about on the Hayes Street show the other day. Even if you win a 4-2-5, right? Let's think about this. You're in a 4-2-5. One of your linebackers is James Williams, right? It's almost like the body types are changing also to where the numbers don't matter. It's almost kind of like, well, the personnel is changing. Like you're in a 4-2-5, or your defensive end is the kid we were talking about the other day from Alabama, who runs a 4-4, 4-3.
Dallas Turner,
right. He can very well be shuffled and put anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's becoming like Hayes was saying the other day, positionless football. To where these numbers that we talk about, like they're not mattering as much anymore.
It's just bodies. They counting bodies now. Yeah. So hopefully that makes sense. Like when I look out there and I see, let's say I look out there and I see Cam Kitchens. He's standing in that nickel spot, for example. I'm just using the name, Cam Kitchens. And then I look out there and I see, let's just say, Ray Lewis standing in that same spot. It's a body, but I'm looking at who that is, right? To me, it's three guys here, 7 in the box. I get a box count, but I'm like, mismatch, right? Love Ray Lewis to death, but can he? But can he cover Tyreek Hill? Probably not.
You
see what I'm saying? Probably not. Right. So I take that advantage. Right. Or do I put, a DB out there and cover Tyreek? Maybe the advantage is on the other side. So that's what it's all about. It's all about the mismatch. And that's what I was saying. Offensive coordinators are always trying to find the mismatch in the thing. So that's what it's all about, man.
So which one of our tight ends was the best tight end at the University of Miami? I mean, we had a lot of tight ends that come through there.
So there lied the problem. The reason our tight ends were so good, because that was the mismatch. Jeremy Shockey and Kellen Winslow were better athletes than the Sam linebacker that was trying to cover.
Bubba Frank.
Yeah, all of them. But then here's the deal.
Ocean.
I know, but
here's the best.
I know. I don't know. I'm a Shockey fan, dog. I was just a Shockey fan. I came up. That's when they were rolling. Winslow too. Winslow as well. Shockey, Winslow. I'm gonna go with those.
I'm a soldier. They trying to take my knees out.
It was going for my knees.
That's what I'm talking about. You see that boy, write that boy a letter, send him some commissary or some shit. I'm a soldier. It was going for my knees.
Yeah. But see, the difference is they were big guys.
At the position.
Gotcha. All right, man. Let me roll 24-19 coming to you. Give me 1 second. Appreciate you, Brandon. All right, that was a good call right there, man. But that's what you got. So when you found those kind of body street, like a Kellen Winslow, Shockey, they were faster and more athletic than the linebacker that was trying to cover them. But then they were bigger and stronger than the DB they brought in to try to cover them. So now you run the ball at them. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all got a DB right here on Shockey? Let's run the ball at them. Because now you got the weight advantage. But then you bring in a linebacker to try to stop the run that can handle Shockey maybe power for power. But now Shockey can sit in his zone. He's more athletic than him. And now we can throw on him. That's the mismatch that offenses use on defense. Yeah. All right, let me get into 24-19. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. We got somebody else in the back. All right, right.
Yeah. We rolling. 24-19. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Y'all boys doing all right tonight?
We good. Who we speaking to?
All right, my name's Philip, man. I called in. I used to call in show back in the day when you was on with hosting.
Oh, okay. All right. Shout out to you, Philip. What's up with you, brother?
Cooler, man, cooler. I'm a Tallahassee Cane, so I get to hate all day long.
I feel you, dog.
But yeah, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight was I think too many people focus on I would say the inexperience in the defense, right? So I feel like that nobody's really, well, I ain't gonna say nobody, but most people is not dialed into Meach Powell. Like, I hear y'all talk about the stories on Green Tree. I'm 32, so I remember the glory days of the boys or whatever. But most of the stories I got back then was, all the fighting was done on the weekends. So, during the week. So, on the weekends, it was easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think people really understanding the narrative of them being inexperienced, because you got to think about it, like the Popos and the Wesley Blue Saints and people that everybody was questioning, now they're playing against Cam. I think we all can agree, even the ACC media, that Cam is the best quarterback in the ACC.
Agree.
So if you get experience against him, plus you got somebody like Meach with experience who's, like y'all say, positionless football, play different positions, and him and Cam going back and forth, it's like not only are they learning from Meach, but they getting experience from Cam, and they getting, like, now we finally have a roster that can mirror the good teams. Like before, when we played any team that was faster than us, stronger than us, or deeper in depth in a certain position, it kind of gave the we don't know factor of we might lose, we might do this and that.
Right.
But now, since the roster has flipped, the depth has changed. Now it's not the next man up is a drop off. It's either equal or better, or a whole different skill set that the offense or the defense hasn't seen. It gives us more leverage against teams.
Right.
And I believe that people really don't understand that, because if you're going up against let's say they have Meach playing safety nickel, you Restrepo or you JoJo, you going up against him.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna face many Meach Powers on other teams.
That's fair.
You're not gonna face many Restrepos on another team. So it's like, I think they getting the experience now through practices that is going to surprise people a lot, because everything that they feel like we're going to lose against Florida or whoever we play, we can mirror that team. Every team on our roster, we can mirror them or we better. Mm-hmm. Even when it comes to if we make the playoffs, certain teams that they got us bracketed in, like I seen them saying to Notre Dame or whoever, we can mirror the team, because we not only do we have the younger talent to come in, but we have seasoned veterans. Like, our quarterback room hasn't looked like this in a while. The last dual threat quarterback we had was Derek King.
Mm-hmm.
And he was literally a dual threat quarterback. He played slot and he played quarterback. Cam is a run pass first quarterback. So it's not too many offensive lines or quarterbacks that we gonna play that's gonna break down after 3 seconds and turn it into 5 or turn it into 6. That's gonna kill defenses all day.
Right.
Because now you running behind him, you don't know what he gonna do. You can't break containment. You gotta try to pay attention to who behind you, who in front of you. Like, I just feel like, our defense is gonna surprise people, because I feel like the defense is gonna be better than the offense is.
Gotcha. All right, I got you on that, man. I think you bring some very valid points. I do think Meach Powell kind of flies under the radar, but I'm really impressed with him. And he does bring a part, and he is kind of interchangeable, right? Plays in that nickel slot position. He can go back there as safety. And again, that's the kind of thing when we talk about positionless football, not like a D-lineman playing safety, but we talk.
Cut you off, but
you cut him off. You cut him off. You cut him off.
Him is. Oh, my bad.
Nah, you good.
The most important thing about him is the quarterbacks that he's played against. We're not gonna see them in the ACC.
No, listen. Everything you're saying is why I'm at 11. So let me just explain this, maybe not just to you, but to people. When I say these numbers, I truly and ultimately try and take all emotion out of it, and just gather all my experience, look at what we're facing, look at who we're playing, look at what we got going on, and I try to come up with a thing. And I think that's what most maybe people who do betting, they do the same thing. They take the emotion out, take the logo off the paper, and they look at the numbers and the data, right? So the same thing with me. Yes, Miami's my team, but I take the logo off, I look at it, and that's why last year I could come up with 7-5. Now, to your point, talking about matching up player for player, talent for talent, this and that, adding a second-year coaching staff into it. Now, even though it's his third year, this is their second year together. All of those things add up to wins, in my opinion. And that's why I was at 10-2. Then I said, well, wait a minute. They went and got, and I was at 10-2 with a Mark Fletcher, hopefully a Mark Fletcher. So then I said, oh, damn, wait a minute. They go get a Damian Martinez. What's his value? We still can't stay at 10. We still can't stay at 10 wins. If I was at 10 wins with the current running back room, what does another 1,000+ yard rusher, experienced 225, 30-pound running back bring to the table? He brings us one more win. He brings us at least one more win. Yeah.
Who were your losses?
I only have one loss, and we talked about it earlier. I don't know who the loss is, and I said if I had to pick a loss, it would be Florida. That's what I was.
Okay. Yeah. So with Damian Martinez playing with us and him used to being with DJU, I feel like that's going to be a big advantage because he's going to be able to let the defense know certain signs, certain movements.
Teammates last year, huh?
That he's learned.
Yeah, but they don't. That I hate this. Can I say this? That sounds great in theory. That sounds awesome in theory, but it very rarely works that way. You know why? Because Florida State got their own system. They have their own signals, right? And so I hear when people, like I had a player come to my school and he played for another team. He came there, coach, I got the entire playbook. And I'm like, okay. That made him feel good about himself, right? And I went on doing what I had to do. And we ended up beating that team. And he was like, yeah, coach, I told you. And I looked at it. Everything he told me was completely wrong.
Right.
Because teams don't keep the same stuff all the time. But as players, they feel like they're helping you. So you just let them help without helping you, if that makes sense. So now I appreciate it, dog. Let me go ahead and get roll. But go ahead, Street.
Hold on, hey. You can't tell me a Damian Martinez walk in the defensive meeting the week that we play in Florida State and say, hey boy, that DJ Ukadubi, boy, that boy sucked, dog. I remember last year, that boy dumb as a box of rocks. You can't tell me that ain't gonna help the kids' confidence that's in that room.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about from a but I'm talking about from a play perspective.
That would definitely help them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Listen, no,
schematically, just throw it all out the window. There's no way they walking it with the same shit.
Yeah, we could steal his signals and his this and that stuff changed week to week, especially with the way TV is now. Like that, why you think they got them dudes out there with 4 different hats on, 5 different shirts? They got signs up, all of that stuff. Because I mean, people did invest in it. Dog, you even see NFL coaches; they don't even call a play without the sheet over their mouth because they hire lip readers, bro.
Yeah, that's understandable. I was mostly talking about like muscle memory, like by him.
No, I get you.
So long,
yeah, I get you. No, I get you. Like, hey, when he get pressure, he like to roll to his right. Like, I get it.
Right.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Check this out, hey. We asked this real question on our Thursday night show that we do with the shameless plug, our villain takes. I asked the question. Now that we know everything about the great Cam Kitchens, would you rather have Mish Powell or Cam Kitchens back? And it's because of some of the things that y'all said, you know what I'm saying? And that we found out that Cam Kitchens was out there sometimes out of place trying to make something happen. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it hurt us. Sometimes it helped us. Georgia Tech game, he came up, which I don't really blame him. And I was asking, like, who would you rather have? The guy that's been through a gauntlet out there in the Pac-12, went to a national championship, seems to be, he guards for Restrepo every day. Then when he's asked to go back there to free safety, he goes back there. And that's why I came up with a question like, who would you rather have? Would you rather have that experienced guy going into this year, or would you rather have our playmaker Cam Kitchens back with the good and the bad? You know what I'm saying? That we've learned about Cam Kitchens, and everybody said Cam Kitchens, but I think it was a viable question because I think Mish Powell
my bad.
is something different. He may not be the playmaker yet. Cam Kitchens got 10 times more interceptions than him. But we figured out why Cam Kitchens, you know what I'm saying, was able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll only say Meese because, like y'all say, he's an interchangeable player. He's a Swiss Army knife. Wherever you feel like you getting beat at the most, you can move him. I wouldn't really feel comfortable moving Cam around like that. But that's just me.
I'd say this. I would stay with Cam. If you're telling me to bring Cam onto this team, is that what you're telling me?
Ooh, I ain't look at it like that. No, that's the question. I ain't look at it like that. You add Cam to this team with that defensive line.
Right. So you add Cam to this team, or you take Misha Powell and bring him to this. So we're talking about this team.
This year, right. Who would you rather have? And you're saying Cam on this team, you probably get a more disciplined Cam because he ain't trying to do as much, right?
Well, I think Cam was disciplined before, but he was trying to make up for some deficiencies, right? Where he saw something like, and you got to remember how many times did he actually cover it, but we as fans didn't realize it. When I saw him make that interception on that sideline from the middle of the field, that's not his play. There's no defense in America, in the world, that the middle of the field safety should be making a sideline interception. But guess what we did when he picked it? Yeah, we did. Hey, we did just like this.
Okay, right? Coach. So can I ask you a question?
So hold on. So when you go with the riverboat gambler, you gotta take the good with the bad. I'm saying you gotta take the good with the bad.
You saw it, Hayes. You a coach. What you said when you saw it?
He wrong as hell. Let's go, baby. Hey, I was clapping because here's what I tell people all the time, and I even say it in my breakdowns. Sometime a player got to make a player's move, and it's called a be right play. Your A better be right, or you're gonna be on the bench. And sometimes it's just like when you see that bubble screen and you see that DB go underneath. That's wrong as all get out.
Right.
But if you go underneath it, you better make the tackle. Because if not, it's armpits and band. Bum, 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 bum.
I think it's what makes him great. The Rams head coach was praising him the other day, bro. Like, it's what makes Cam. It's what makes him great. But real fast, I had a Hall of Fame UMDB second game of the season tell me this about Cam. He said, "Street, you got Cam number?" I was like, "Why?" He said, "Man, I need to talk to him." I said, "Why?" He said, "Man, Cam." He didn't want to say. He said, "Man, Cam be out there bullshitting, man." That's how he verbalized. He knew what he saw, right? He knew he saw Cam out of place. You know what I'm saying? And was like, he was like, some of that stuff you can't be doing in the second quarter, Street.
Right. They pick up on it.
Right. That's how he kind of like verbalized it.
So what Cam would have to do is self-scout himself as a player. For example, when you run this mesh concept, and I'm out of place in the first quarter, first half. In the second half, when I see that mesh concept, I can't do that because the people upstairs saw me do that. So as a player, this is where Ed Reed was good. This is where Palomalu was good. They understood that when I take this chance, I've exposed my hand. I can't do it again because they're going to make me pay for it because I know I left the backside post wide open. I beat the odds right now. I took a gamble and I beat it. But guess what? Somebody upstairs said, hey, the safety is biting on the second level. He's leaving the post open on the backside. They marked that down. Why do you think you see every coach like this with the sheet? They be like, he's jotting down. So when they go look at this information, when they go back, hey, QB, listen, next time we run, 63 mesh blast, look for the safety. If he step down, throw it behind his head. He's waiting on that. Now he knows to hit you behind your head. But that's where a player has to understand. That's why the player has to understand. If I take that chance, I mean, they'll be able to take it the second time. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why he was saying that it's too early in the game for Cam to be taking those.
It's like the hitch and go. It's like the hitch and go. If I run a hitch all game and you constantly own it, bam, you know as a player, you're going to have to give up one of those hitches because the hitch and go is coming.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's coming. Maybe you got to be a situational player and say, all right, it's third and this, the clock runs down, they're trying to look for a bit. Like you got to be coaching in your mind to understand that.
Can I put something on the screen or is it set up that way?
Yeah, sure. It should be, yeah.
Sure, they ain't gonna jumble us up and ain't gonna make me upside down.
No.
Okay, same system. Somebody said, "How is Cam Kitchens doing? How is Cam Kitchens doing right now in camp?" Somebody asked that just now. This is Todd McVay, right? His head coach talking about Cam Kitchens in preseason.
Turn up a little bit, Street. Yeah.
All right, coach, man, it was good talking to y'all, man. I
appreciate you.
All
right, brother. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Yeah, we about to get it. We about to get hit, dog. That's NFL, dog. We done. We hit him.
Right there, Cam Kitchens, you bobbled the slant, ends up getting the break up. He had a really good practice against these guys the other day. You can see he's getting more and more comfortable. Good range coming out of the deep part of the field. This is an excellent job by him being able to trigger, make a play on the slant. That's big time right there by a quarter safety.
Now, that's big time, hey.
Yeah. See, Cam understands football. I remember watching his tape in high school doing the same thing. I think he's a great middle of the field safety. He understands range. He understands opportunity. He understands going to get the ball. He understands route combinations. He understands leverage.
Yeah.
But what caught him was what made his strength made him weak in that Georgia Tech game. And somebody snuck behind him. Shout out to Chris Leary. Snuck behind him. Haynes King saw it and hit the touchdown.
Yeah, because there's not. We still got people in the back on the phone.
No, you good. I'm gonna close the line on you.
Because sometimes in sports, I always say this: in sports on the field, I think 85% of those guys aren't thinking. I think 15% of them are very intelligent and thinking for everybody, right? And a guy like Cam understands, okay, I almost picked that ball off. It's third and blah, blah, blah. They not coming my way. It's no reason for me to be on this side. Even though there's another safety over there, they ain't coming my way. It's no reason for me being over here. When this mother say hike, I'm not finna just sit this play out and do nothing over here, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm finna go where I see this thing finna go. They don't move their best wide receiver to the other side. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm finna go with the action there. And sometimes you think improbables like that in sports.
Mm-hmm.
And it's undisciplined and you're not doing your job. But you like, man, listen, I'm trying to get in, I'm trying to be in action. So
no, listen, I get it. And this is why our fans are our fans. Uncle Joey got a Miami Hurricanes, says Cam and James drama queens.
The fuck? God damn. They were drama queens. I had a lot of fun watching Cam and James. Especially two-arm James. One-arm James was out there shoulder tackling, but two-arm James was lit them last couple of years, boy.
Yeah. Well, but imagine if that joker was coming off that edge, baby.
And it was him and Dane. Ooh, you see how you get in that backfield in the NFL? They can't even block him.
Street.
But I already knew this. I knew this since high school. He just didn't want to do it.
And remember, I was coach, you're an idiot. I was like, bro, but anyway, coach don't know.
No, you and God and everybody told that boy he was supposed to be a defensive end. Alonzo Highsmith told him, listen, you're a first round defensive end, you're a third round, fourth round safety.
Listen,
You walk in the Tennessee Titans locker room and what they do? James Williams, 52. Straight down, you ain't no question.
Hold up. When they threw the jersey, you know what he said? He caught it like this. Thanks, coach.
I go.
Hold up. Hold up. When we said it, he like, man, y'all hating on me, boy. Y'all don't believe in JW. Y'all don't believe in, right? Get drafted to the NFL. James Williams, 52. Here you go. Thanks, coach. Appreciate
it. What a linebacker meeting at? Hey, we might just look brother.
Down the hall to the left, second door on the right. Got you.
No question. Like, dog, you just cut off your nose to spite your face or whatever the saying is, dog. Like, we might just little brother play safety for Palmetto. You know he got a huge family, dog. We might just little brother up the other night.
How'd that go?
It went all right. He was like the 4 DB. You know what I'm saying? He had been asking to get mic'd up. We was finna mic up a Northwestern kid. Teddy Bridgewater was like, "Oh man, ask me next time." You know what I'm saying? Northwestern got like an anal AD, bro. So it's kind of different with them. So we had to mic up somebody, and we ended up having to mic up the underdog. And when you mic up the underdog, it's like if he ain't no El Divine in a loss, you know what I'm saying? Your mic up ain't gonna do well.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I get it. Oh, he just out there balling or something crazy. Yeah.
He just got to be out there. Boy, that boy had 2 touchdowns. They got beat 48-6. But he had that that one touchdown they had. But you know what I'm saying? But I think he's a junior.
Okay.
We just was on the wrong side, but we was on the right side of that Norland game.
Yeah. Nah, that's what it's all about, man. I just thought, like I said, at the end of the day, I just look at the experiences. I'm never right 100% of the time. But like I said, I look at it. I don't look at this game with emotion in that sense. You get emotional about your team, but at the end of the day, when I put out like numbers, I just use, like I said, use your experience, you use your opportunity to say it. And I just felt like I looked at that as a kid, and I remember saying this, and I said this to players, bro. This is $100 million dude. I said, and the way you try to do it, okay, let's talk money. Forget position. Let's talk money. Name me one safety making $100 million. For every one safety, I could give you 5 defensive ends making $100 million. And you know why that was always easy? Because a nan safety got a $100 million contract.
I don't know why it's so hard. Well, I do. I remember when I was 19 and old people trying to tell you what to do. And you just sometimes just don't want to listen. Like, it's simple math. Hey, James, looking at a couple more million at defensive end. What we going to do? It's simple math, but at 19, sometimes you just want to do what you want to do. No rhyme or reason. Like you don't even know if you're right. You just feel like you want to be a safety.
Bro, and like I said, when I looked at that kid Latu, that's how I looked at, that was my vision for James Williams. Latu from UCLA. Bro, if you go look at his highlight tape, just pull up his highlight tape. He's standing up 98% of the time. He not even got his hand in the dirt. He's standing up. And he was the first round draft pick?
Yeah, he looks like he looks like James. Like he's not huge. He's slim kid. I spoke to Latu last year for some other reasons, but yeah.
Number 15th overall pick. Sheesh. And they're the same type guy. Like they're the same type player because these guys changed the ball.
Bro, what game was that James came down to the line and he came to the line and blitzed the quarterback from the outside, hit the running back,
yeah.
hit the quarterback, and it was like a lightning
strike. In the end zone, close to the end zone. Was that?
Yeah, was that him? Was it Clemson?
I think so. I don't know. I'm looking at Latu. Latu was 6'5", 258 pounds. James came in at what, 6'5", 240?
Mm-hmm.
In 4 years, you're gonna tell me he can't gain 18 pounds? Like, yeah, of course, you know. But I know he slimmed down based on the position. But I was just saying they the same dude, bro.
DJ, shout out to Mehdi down there. Mehdi talking about what size is he? No Diddy. He not big like his brother. He not big like James. He probably about 5'11". He can move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he not big like James. I think James grew 4 inches between his senior year and the time he got on campus or some shit. And James is like he just kept growing to me.
Yeah, and his high school highlight tape, you see him coming off the edge, man. So yeah,
everywhere, just going around the defense. Patrick Surtain told me, "Hey man, listen, James Williams is so smart. We don't want him sitting in one spot. He sees things that the rest of the people don't see, and he try to get them to see what he see, but everybody just ain't on that level. So we just let him float around."
Mm-hmm.
What does that do to the quarterback?
I mean, he's gonna spot him because he's James Williams, right? Big time dude. If he's smart, as kind of like
sometimes he's out of place, and the quarterback knows it, but he's coming after you, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Maybe. Right.
You gotta make that decision real quick, because even though he's accounted for in the blocking scheme, you know, poor little Timmy can't block him.
Little Timmy ain't gonna get a hand on him.
Yeah, so you know I gotta treat him like the free hitter. So I gotta throw this slant right now.
Yeah. And if he get to me, it might be night. if he get here, it might be night.
Yeah. Street, let me ask you this before we wrap this thing up, man, because I'm going to take this 2 hours. Two-part question. Who do you think is going to, outside of Cam Ward, you can't use Cam Ward. Outside of Cam Ward, who do you think will be the most dynamic transfer player, and who do you think to be the most dynamic returning player?
Outside of Cam Ward, who would be the most dynamic transfer player
that came in this year, and then who would be a returning player from last year's team?
I think Meek Powell is going to have a hell of an impact, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I think Meek Powell is going to have a hell of an impact. And the most impact player returning?
Yeah.
Without not saying Bane?
Okay, let's give Bane. Let's say Bane is a given.
I think Mesidor is sitting in a cave, sharpening his fangs. Mesidor done cut his dreads. He done grew his beard. Mesidor is a grown man that can smell the NFL, and all he has to do is hurt a few quarterbacks this year. I think Mesidor is finna rival Bane, and we're gonna be like, holy crap. Like we don't realize that we have Bane's output in Mesidor on the team. Like what Bane did as a freshman, Mesidor did as a freshman.
Really?
So at nose guard, Mesidor had 5 sacks at West Virginia. Then he came here, and I think he had 6. Bro, Hayes.
He kind of that unsung hero. Like it wasn't loud, but it was productive.
This is what Mesidor said, and this might put you to 12-0 win. Mesidor said, when I saw Bane go in front of me, and I had my foot, and they kept molding my foot and over trying to make a shoe, and I saw the success that Bane had. He said it made me so hungry. Bro, usually that would deter somebody, right? He was like, it made me so hungry that I started helping Bane, and I could not wait. So I say, hey, man, you've got a long journey in football from Canada. You were sleeping in somebody's basement in Florida in high school. Now your foot been jacked up, and now it's time to go. Sum your journey up in one word. What do you think he said? No dreads. He got the fluffy. He got the beard going on. He got
the Ross, the ab man. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. I was going to say hungry. I was going to say motivated. Yeah.
He said hungry. Bro, we about to have two ends. We're going to have the two best ends in the ACC. I bet you.
Yeah, because you still got Tyler Barron from Tennessee. You know me, so I'm always stank with it. My transfer coming in, and maybe I'm cheating by saying this, and I probably shouldn't, but I am. I think David Martinez is going to get busy, dog.
I think so, too.
And on defense, my returning person, I got two of them. I think, speaking of D-line, I know I'm cheating my own question, but hell, I asked it. The D lineman from Michigan State, Simeon Barrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's something about that. My returning guy on defense, I think Kiko going to turn it out this year. Because here's what I want to see about Kiko.
Okay.
If the D-line can do what they do without his fifth man presence, meaning he's that fifth person to attach, meaning blitzing and all of that stuff, he can now roam free. He can go get the quarterback we needed. He can be more in the passing game. I think that's something he needs to improve, because we saw him in some passing situations kind of in a lag situation, meaning they had him beat.
It seemed like he got better in the beginning. He was, he looked he looked a little slower, but he got better. But dog, you know how many sacks he had?
Because they blitzed the bejesus out of him. That's what I'm saying.
Do you know how many?
6, maybe
7.5.
Yeah, he played in the backfield because we weren't getting once they start realizing, oh crap, Ruben being a problem, they would slide in protection to Ruben and they could ease up everybody else. So now you have to add this fifth element to the pass game, but it also takes a man out of there. So what does that do now to Cam? He got to try to fill a void. See how that works? It's a domino effect. So now he sees this vacancy. Okay, Cam is back there saying,
why do you have to blitz? Why do you have to blitz? Because Bain is being doubled.
Because the other dudes ain't winning.
Oh, okay.
So think about it. They got 5, just on regular 5. If I double Bain, right, and you run a 4-3, it's double, and then it's one-on-one across here. So now what happens if I blitz another person? Either you can't use those 5, you got to come off of Bain, right? Or you got to use a running back. Now that takes one less person out of the pass game. Right. See, it's all numbers. So if they only keep 5 protection and empty it out, that's Kiko becomes free. Or they have to man up across the board. Ruben Bain probably beats a guy, Kiko beats a guy. However, you also don't have to, if you can get those front 4 to beat those front 5, you're winning. If they have to put another guy in protection because they got a double-double, you're winning, right? Because you now have an extra man in coverage against one less receiver out there that can catch the ball. That's what that's why pass rushers make $100 million, dog. Because you just made the whole team better because you are on the football field. You won, you affect the quarterback, the guy who every play starts with and end with. You affect the pass protection, you affect the coverage, you affect everything. That's why you're worth $100 million.
Give me a surprise player. Somebody you think just come out of nowhere, like damn. Just freshman, whatever. Somebody you just gonna think that's gonna step up this year and it's gonna be like, wow.
That step up, I want Wesley was saying to step up. Like I told him, he needs to step up, step out, and step on somebody's neck. But we know Wesley. I'm trying to find a guy that we ain't see much of. Restrepo, maybe? Nah.
What? Out of nowhere.
I'll just tease. That's a good question, bro. I want to see what Pancake Honcho do, bro.
Pancake been working.
I want to see what he does. He got all this hype coming out. He sat a year, behind, not behind, but sat a year. It's his turn. Is he the weak link? Is he not? I don't know. We're gonna find out. And the reason I brought him up because he didn't even play last year, did he?
No, he got hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm giving the Trenchman some love because everybody, we go to perimeter. So I'm giving some love on the inside. We're gonna see what he do.
That's a good one, Pancake. I asked Bane. I was like, Bane, bro, like, are you trying to end Pancake career? And he was like, no, bro. He's like, Pancake beats me in practice sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because every time when the lights come on, you see Bane get the best of Pancake. But he was like, nah, man, in practice, Pancake actually like beats him sometimes. I think I got two for you. I think OJ Federic is quietly turning into a lockdown freshman cornerback, dog. He had 2 interceptions in the scrimmage the other day.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. And I think Jordan Lyle is Nick Chubb, dog.
What?
I think he's from a different tribe, bro. Him and Elijah Austin. I mean, what's the other tight end name?
Williams?
The young kid from
Lofton.
Vegas. Lofton. I think they're from different tribes. I think they're from that football cut. Don't get hurt. I think they're those don't get hurt, can do anything. I think they're from different tribes, though.
That's interesting.
Jordan Lyle got some second team reps and the other day, dog. But I would say this before we get out of here. I want people to understand this. Every time you hear a new name, don't feel bad for Mark Fletcher or don't feel bad for Chris Johnson. Because it's all about competition. Y'all was talking about it earlier. Mark Fletcher needs Jordan Lyles for him to be the best version of him. Chris Johnson needs Jordan Lyles to come in and tell him, bro, listen, I don't see you. For Chris Johnson to be the best version. You know what I'm saying? That's how it evolved. That's development to me. So when you don't feel bad. Like they got enough years and enough time to get their chance if they're the guys. But it's competition, bro. Don't forget we once had Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee, and Frank Gore.
Like this at a game.
Don't forget, dog.
Hey, them boys at the game like this.
Don't forget, we had the greatest Dade County running back check into Miami. Right. And you knew. And
looking
you
at
knew
the Jumbotron. He like this, looking at the Jumbotron. So wish I could play.
Don't forget them days and what it looked like when we was great, though. It looked like competition. That's what it looked like. And maybe I even left out a running back. It probably was one more, right? It was one more, wasn't it?
Tyrone Moss was back there. Yeah, you had Clinton, you had Tyrone Moss, you have a young Frank Gore, Willis McGahee. Yeah. Bro, you like this?
Yeah. So don't feel bad. Like, no, we ain't in them days where the freshmen gotta play. We in competition now.
Bro, you had a Bubba Franks, Shockey, Winslow. They like this.
Winslow on kickoff return.
Yeah.
he don't punt return tackling people. Don't forget those days, dog. What greatness looked like. What real depth looked like. What real South Florida looked like. Because I think it's easy to load the boat here because of where the school is located.
Yeah. Najee Davenport was who he was missing. Yep.
Fullback. Talked to my homeboy. Talked to Najee today about his son, Brand. Son, Brand, 12 years old. Boy, he's coming high school fast. Najee had to be the fullback because, you know what I'm saying? Like, think about that, bro. Like, and to this day, he hate that shit. He hate that he accepted that shit. Like, he knew he was. When he got to Green Bay told him, bro, you're not playing fullback here. When they actually got to see him in practice. Right. How he was, Hayes? Frank Gore, what Frank Gore was doing? Frank Gore, the greatest running back ever in Dade County. How he was, Hayes? Couldn't even find his helmet. He didn't know where his helmet was on the sideline this person.
Hold up. The dog got there like this. He out there playing with his glove. He like this.
He like this. If he's back in, put bunny air behind people's heads.
Like this.
Why is this so funny?
He like this. Peace.
And y'all worried about like y'all worried about where, you know what I'm saying? Where Hellcat at? Like,
hold up. Then he like this. He ain't played all game. He like this. Dang, that y'all a little dirty. Hey, I get another glove. I get some more gloves. Street. Then he doing this, right? Coach walk by. The coach walk by. He like this. Hey, Street. Now, mind you, he done told coach. Hey, Street, he done hit coach like this, man.
The greatest Dade County running back ever. And y'all worry about how Mark Fletcher feels. Mark Fletcher needs Chris Johnson to be great for him to be great. I mean, I just gotta understand that.
That boy, they're like this. Y'all boys stay locked in now. Y'all boys stay locked in.
Hey, no, Frank Gore's so competitive, dog. I'm sure he was pissed off, dog. I know Frank. Frank has zero understanding. I think Frank still to the day of fight with McGahee, dog. Like he has zero understanding, dog. Damn, why was that so funny? Why was that so funny?
You know why? Because as many sidelines you've been on, you done seen that dude like this. Because one, he mad he not playing. Two, he know he can make plays. And three, he don't want nobody to see him. So he sit on the bench like this. And when they score, he be like, look at that Jumbotron. Man, I could have did that shit, man. I could have did that. Well, coach tripping, bro. I'm finna transfer from this, man. I'm finna transfer, man. They got me messed up, but I'm finna transfer on my mama. On my mama, I'm finna transfer. On my mama.
Frank was going to Ole Miss, dog. You know how they got Frank to come to Miami? They told him he was scared. He told him he was scared of competition. He told me himself. He said, man, what's the coach? Solinger came to him and said, so what, you ducking competition? You know what that do to a dude from down south. For somebody to say, are you scared of Willis McGahee?
Right.
And that's how they got him there, dog. He was going to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, my God. Who was that? Ole Miss, that Houston Nut? Who was the coach of Ole Miss? Jesus Christ.
That's how they got him there. So I say that to say he went for the competition.
Mm-hmm.
As crazy as that may sound. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this day and age, you don't have to do it that way. But if you can get that in your locker room, it's iron sharpen iron, the cream rise to the top, all of that good shit.
I tell people this all the time, Street. Competition creates extinction. That's the truth. That's human nature, dog. Right? If you don't want to compete, dog, you won't survive. But if you are there to compete, dog, every day. Because guess what? Clinton Portis and them knew. That dude that's sitting like this, You just waiting, boy. If you ever mess up, that's why he back there like this. All right, now. If you mess up, boy, I'm telling you. Guess what? You gonna be transferring because I'm gonna be the man. But anyway, real quick, Uncle Joey 99 for the $5. Hey, Coach, you doing the preseason Miami Hurricane YouTuber marathon? Yes, we're doing it next Wednesday. So Street, you invited, dog. For the midnight, dog. The YouTube takeover, the 8-hour show is next Wednesday. I ain't even get it out yet. I gotta invite everybody. And y'all do y'all thing that day too?
Wednesdays, yeah, but I got a crew now, fool. You can get anybody. You can get Kyle. You can get, you know what I'm saying? I got a crew now, bro. We it's a couple of us, dog. You can get Rich. Come on here and talk to you about Dabo. No, Coach Hayes, the Saphira, the seven. You know what I'm saying?
The circumference of the perpendicular flux capacitor.
A lot of us, dog. You got Medi. It's a lot of us, dog. It's a lot of us.
Yeah. No, but yeah, you got to get X in here with his guest. Yeah. You know, X always turn it out.
Oh, no, what? Yeah. X in the Hall of Fame. Shout out to Sean Rounds, man. The villain Ruiz.
Okay, there it is. I love it, man. Well, I'm gonna
Sean
go
Rounds always doing it. Wrap it up, dog. You know you tired as hell, dog. Wrap it up. You know you tired as hell. You know, tell people what happened earlier, dog. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna blackmail you.
A little under the weather, dog.
Again, fool?
Yeah, but we good.
Damn,
we good. Hey, it's tough out here in these public school streets, boy.
It is, them boys, dog. I know.
Hey, them boys ain't shooting bullets. They shooting germs. Them boys shooting germs at you, dog. But listen, man. Boy, anyway.
Run it. Let's ride,
I know y'all ain't gonna like it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, let me go ahead and put this up here. Let me slide to the first slide right quick. Hold up. Bomb. Let me take that off. Bomb. Right quick. Hold up. Real quick. For everybody in the building, hey, we got this going on. Make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe button, man. It is what it is. Go Canes as always. Let me see. The next time you see us will be right before the YouTube takeover, before we play. So that would be the 28th, I believe. So make sure you go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe button. I'm inviting all of Miami Hurricane YouTubers. Nobody is banned. Everybody's invited. So they're more than welcome to come on through and hang with us, man. So, like I said, with all that being said, we'll holler at you. V12 gonna be on there too. Peace. Somebody pass me my cane juice.